Gentlemen, ladies, this is Benny Bundler. This is Benny Alexander. He has a YouTube channel called Benny Bundler, or Benny Bundles.
Correct, Benny Bundles. Got some music on SoundCloud too, check it out.
He only has 2 shorts right now. He hasn't made any new videos in a couple of years, but so I'm trying to help him be less camera shy with this video.
Yeah, just looking at the camera. Y'all see me? You're gonna help me get a little camera shot. This is the guy right here.
Right.
This man's gonna blow up pretty soon. He's in the next big thing, I'm telling you. So y'all pay attention, alright?
Alright. Okay, well.
SpongeBob, right? That's what we're gonna discuss.
Well, yeah, so you told me you've seen the first SpongeBob SquarePants movie, but not the second one. Like, when did you, exactly when did you see SpongeBob SquarePants start to go downhill and stop watching it?
I want to say it wasn't too long after the first SpongeBob movie, but it was maybe more like 2010 or 11 I stopped watching.
Season 7?
Around there, yeah. Whenever Squidward started to become more friends with SpongeBob, like they were more friendly, I saw an episode where the best day ever. That was around when I stopped watching. It was best day ever.
But that was in season 4.
So it might have been season 4 I stopped watching.
Well, look. I know some people are. I know some people eventually decide that they're too old for SpongeBob, but you shouldn't give up on SpongeBob SquarePants just because you think you're too old for it. Plus, Admirable Animations number 11, 25, 33, and 55 have all taught me that SpongeBob SquarePants still has plenty of SpongeBob SquarePants still has plenty of things of value and positive quality to offer us after the movie. Because if SpongeBob SquarePants had just ended at the first movie in 2004, I think its popularity would have quickly been, and Nickelodeon would have quickly been eclipsed by Avatar: The Last Airbender if SpongeBob SquarePants was just over in 5 years and in 5.5 years and didn't earn the longevity of Rugrats before it.
It's true, because Avatar: Last Airbender does have that. They have a cult fan base. I was a Fairly Odd Parents kind of guy too. I don't know why they stopped making the Fairly Odd Parents, but SpongeBob, I'm gonna get back into it. I'm gonna watch that second movie because I need to see that. Because I'm a SpongeBob guy and I can't still call myself a SpongeBob guy if I haven't even seen Fish Out of Water. You're right.
That was called Sponge Out of Water.
Sponge Out of Water.
I think Fairly Odd Parents is over. I think Nickelodeon stopped making Fairly Odd Parents a while ago because Butch Hartman and the rest of his writers were running out of things to do with their original cast of characters, and Spark and Clover were new additions that really didn't help this show, and they actually made it worse.
I feel like they could do anything with it if they really wanted to. It's like a show about just wishing about anything, but I know there's some stuff for times. They wanted to get a live action was a big thing, like when iCarly took off and Drake and Josh took off. I think they thought that was almost like their bread and butter, but they should have stayed with it. You're right.
Stayed with what?
Just it's more of the cartoon series and consider them rather than trying to rehash, make a new one, or trying to go all live action. Because they did iCarly, then they did iCarly Part whatever, whether it was Sam and Cat with the one with Ariana Grande.
Yeah, I remember that.
Doing all that stuff. And Ariana Grande, remember when we met a long time ago? One before you were famous? I apologize for saying that.
I didn't know you knew her a long time ago. When was this?
A long time ago. A friend of mine was when she was like 12, 13. She was friends with her, and she kept telling me, she said, "This is Ariana Grande. She's gonna be famous." And I said, "Yeah, all right." And then all of a sudden, she's on this song, my favorite artist, Mac Miller, and I'm like, "So Ariana Grande, if we ever meet again, I apologize. I was wrong."
Wrong about what?
Wrong about thinking she said she'd be famous. I said, "Of course you're going to be famous," sarcastically, but look at her now. Super famous. Super famous, and she's talented. I didn't know she was a singer back then. She was on the Disney Channel, I think. Or she was getting auditioned for the Disney Channel back then. But that's what goes, it's the moral of the story. You never know who's going to blow up. You never know who's going to become a big thing. And either way, just be nice to everybody. Like it's my boy here. We might not be the same type of people, but we like the same type of things. We find common ground. We both love SpongeBob aficionados. Best episode of SpongeBob, what is it?
I don't know, but I do know that I'd still like to I want to ask you, do you think what do you think I can do to become a famous YouTube star?
Famous YouTube star? I mean, it's consistency, man. Just keep consistently uploading, and whenever those comments you see, whatever they like, feed your fan base, feed what they like about it. Even if it's the thing you don't think that's gonna pop off, just keep feeding them what they want, and just keep doing the videos. It don't matter the views at first. It'll be, you have 200 subscribers, that's more than that guy that got like 30. If you just keep uploading, you'll get more and more and more. Because people like SpongeBob. People love that, and you can diversify.
They also have time here's just as many. I've found just as many people. I've had just as many viewers who also love Higglytown Heroes, Quigley Creek, and Amphibia.
Yeah.
VeggieTales.
Look at VeggieTales, man. Back in the day, there's this one where who's guy's the cucumber? He turns into a race car. That was one of my favorite. Or the one where he meets the guy who's supposed to be like Goliath. He's watching Sunday School. He has the slingshot.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. David the Giant Pickle.
Yeah.
And have you seen the Jonah and the Pirates Don't Do Anything?
I think so. I watched it in Sunday School.
Oh, cool.
But here's the real question though. You like Nickelodeon? Are you only Nickelodeon, or do you venture out to Cartoon Network?
Well, I also venture out to Cartoon Network.
Foster Center for Imaginary Friends.
Or is it Foster? Or do you think it should be Foster Center for Crazy People?
I think the people are crazier than the friends in there. Like Madam Foster is like probably the most whacked out one there is.
Now I see what that clown was talking about at the end of I Only Have a Surprise for You. He said, "What is wrong with people? This isn't Foster Center for Imaginary Friends. It's Foster Center for Crazy People."
It really is, but no one wants to adopt Duchess. She's gonna be there forever.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Some of my favorite Cartoon Network shows besides that one are the Powerpuff Girls, Cody and Kids Next Door, and Steven Universe, We Reverse, and Craig of the Creek. I also use that thing for regular show. It's not that kind of party, muscle man.
I like Grim Adventures of down. It's the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
I've seen that too. I've seen the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, Cody and Kids Next Door, and the Grim Adventures of the Kids Next Door.
Cody, that one's. You know what the scariest one was though? After this was
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Scariest
and
one.
And what did you think of that movie, Straight Out of Nowhere, Scooby-Doo meets Courage the Cowardly Dog?
I haven't seen it. I'll have to check it out. But Courage the Cowardly Dog, you see the nightmares.
Was that a good show?
Oh, I loved it. Eustace is scary though. Eustace is a scary man. I swear, man. Still haunts me to this day.
I think we're getting off topic here. Because I want to tell you about Sponge Out of Water.
All right. Hey, I think you want us to quiet down. But I think maybe we should resume this down. I don't know if we're going to go outside. But, you're right. You've convinced me. I'm going to watch Sponge Out of Water. I'm going to do it when I get back tonight. Me and my girlfriend, we're going to go watch that.
All right, I'll just try to keep this very short, okay? Sponge Out of Water is, a common criticism of the marketing of Sponge Out of Water is many people thought that the trailers wanted them to think that most of it would be with main characters in CG and it being animated and having computer animation live action world when it's only the founder of the movie. But here's the thing: the trailers of Sponge Out of Water didn't really lie about how long the main characters would be out of water because it didn't really go the way of that. All that the trailers really had to tell. I mean, sure, there are some things the trailer lied about, like certain lines of dialogue or jokes that the movie didn't really have. But other than that, the trailers of Sponge Out of Water didn't actually lie about the main characters being out of water for most of the movie. All it really had to tell us was that this is an exciting point. This is the main conflict of the film, and the main selling point of the story that happens before the end. That it happens somewhere in the middle of the movie, but later than you might expect it to.
It's the plot point that drew you in, basically, to get people to go see the movie. It's something you're not really going to see in the rest of SpongeBob. I get it.
And I thought it was way more impressive, and more interesting to watch than when Pressure and Rodeo Days did it, and even when the first SpongeBob SquarePants movie did it. I like how Sponge Out of Water really made good use of this transition where the main characters are animated in CG because they're out of water for a much longer time than in the first SpongeBob SquarePants movie, and they're still animated in 2D.
So you made me cry though. From the first one made me cry, man. And the teardrop brings them back.
Oh yeah. What did you think? So, I didn't like how the first SpongeBob SquarePants movie didn't have much use for many of the main characters we know and introduced them to short brief cameos.
Oh, they didn't have Sandy. Sandy's not really in it, and Plankton's barely. Oh, Plankton's kind of in it.
No, Sandy is in it, but Pearl, Mrs. Puffin, Sandy and Squidward are in it to some extent, but they're just in it.
Not really. Yeah, it's kind of.
No, they are really in it. They are drawn and animated in it.
No, they're in it. I'm saying they don't have as big a part as in like a normal episode.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Like they don't go to Sandy's Dome at all.
Yeah, well, not the first movie, but they did in the second movie. But